A hugely fierce debate, often with racist overtones, is witnessed in the United States of America on the H1-B visas. So before getting into the controversy over H1-B visas, what Trump administration will do with these H1-B visas, will H1-B visas be completely scrapped, or is it going to be restrictive, or all this is only a storm in the teacup? So before getting into these details, let me first explain to you what are H1-B visas. If you want to go to some particular country, you need a visa to go to that nation, unless there is an agreement between the two countries. If Indian goes to Nepal, you don't require a visa. But that's not the case with other nations. You require a visa to go to United States of America. There are different kinds of visas. For example, if you're going to study there for MS or MBA, then you have a student visa. If you're going as a spouse, you call it a dependent visa. Then you have a tourist visa. Then you also have an extraordinary category called EB visa. If you want to invest a fixed sum, then you will be given a special visa. Similarly, H1B visas are given to highly skilled, talented human resources. Well, these visas are essentially used in the technology sector. They are not meant for technology alone, but for any high-tech areas to bridge the critical gaps in the supply of human resources. These visas are issued. So these visas are issued to bridge the gaps, critical gaps in the human resource supplies. So they are essentially designed for that. So most of these H1B visas are consumed by big tech companies like Infosys, like TCS, like many other companies, Google, or you name Indian or American companies, they use these H1B visas. Well, these H1B visas, though primarily aimed at catering to the critical, bridging the critical gaps in the availability of highly skilled manpower, over a period of time, it was diluted. Many companies are taking advantage of the H1B visa program. So now the American society, American polity is witnessing an intense discussion on the desirability of H1B visas for American economy. Well, this debate is not between confronting political groups. This debate is happening within the Trump lobby. That's a very interesting dimension of that. The reason for that is Trump began his political journey with a strong anti-immigrant plank. Well, in the recent elections too, he was very vocal on his plans to crack down on immigration. Well, his slogan of Make America Great Again is essentially aimed at curbing inflow of men and women of belonging to other origins to enter the United States of America. Well, Trump was initially against both legal and illegal migration. When he first became the President of the United States in 2016, he was a strong critic of H1B visas too. In fact, during the Trump presidency 1.0, there was a massive restrictions on H1B visas and green cards. Well, for instance, the statistics I will give you. In 2016, the rejection rate in H1B visa program was only 6%. By 2018, it rose to 24%, a four-fold increase in the visa denials, H1B visa denials, indicating that Trump first administration disdain for H1B visas. Well, Trump entire political constituency is white, racist, conservative electorate. Well, in 2024 too, Trump was catering to this so-called Make America Great Again lobby. So what does it mean actually? It's not making America great again. Making America great again has a racist overtone. The racist overtone is a white supremacist overtone. So they want to have an America for whites, an America for Christians, not America for everybody else. So that's not the intention of this Make America Great Again. In fact, it was the immigrants who made America great. Elon Musk is an immigrant. He came on H1-B visa from South Africa. Vivek Ramaswamy is an immigrant. For that matter, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, who heads the two leading global companies, Google and Microsoft, were essentially immigrants who came to America on H1-B visa to begin with. Well, if America was made great, it's not without the contribution of these outstanding individuals who were essentially immigrants. Well, the average American knows it, but the racist lobby doesn't want to recognize this fact. So in the Make America Great Again lobby, that is the Trump followers, a new section has also joined. This new section is not white racist. This new section is the neo-rich lobby like Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy. So they essentially are batting for H1-B visas. This has infuriated the white racist constituency of Donald Trump. Well, especially it reached a peak when Trump appointed Sriram Krishnan as an AI advisor in the White House. Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk were appointed to the Department of Government Efficiency, the favorite department of Donald Trump. Well, Elon Musk is almost working as a alternate president. So all this has further made the Make America Great Again nativist, the original lobby, the white racist lobby, much more furious. So they now want Trump to stop immigration of all kinds. So then, but the Elon Musk said, I will go to the extent of, I will not even hesitate to wage a war for H1-B visas. Well, the argument of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, H1-B visa program doesn't harm American employees. In fact, it strengthens American business, industry, economy. In fact, it's true also, because 60% of the H1-B visa holders are paid than an average American worker. So H1-B visas are essentially cheap labor contribution to the American economy. So therefore, American businesses, American industry, American corporate America are always in favor of H1-B program. They not only get the much needed talented manpower, as America doesn't produce enough STEM graduates, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics graduates to feed the American economy. So therefore, not just the talented manpower, and it makes talented manpower available at a reasonably cheaper cost. So therefore, the arguments of people like Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy is that, well, these H1-B visa holders contribute to the expansion of American businesses, American industry, American economy, thereby providing more jobs. So Elon Musk gives example of himself. He came from South Africa on H1-B. He has created a Tesla. He has created a SpaceX. He has taken over Twitter. Well, all this have created a lot of employment opportunities even for white Americans. But the Make America Great Again lobby refused to accept this logic, because essentially it is a racist argument. If it is really to ensure that American workers do not lose jobs, there can be a debate or discussion on that. But the Make America Great Again nativist lobby are talking about the browning of America, which is essentially a racist slogan. What does the browning of America mean? So the white supremacy in American demography is giving way to different kinds of people becoming a larger constituency of American population. So therefore, the underlying racist overtones which Trump has built over a period of time for his political ends started haunting him. So Trump is caught between the devil and the deep sea. On one side is original Make America Great Again, nativist, white supremacist electoral constituency. On the other side, you have people like Elon Musk who have provided whose funds to his election campaign. Well, ultimately Trump chose to support his new big tech friends. So he came in defense of the H1-B program. He said it is a great program. He said even he has used H1-B visas in his own companies. It is dramatically contrary to the position which he held during his first presidency. Well, Trump might have conveniently shifted his stance on H1B, but his original white supremacist electoral base is not ready to accept this logic. The latest opinion poll suggests that 60% of white Americans believe that H1B visas are depriving them of their jobs. Only 26% say H1B visa program expands American economy and thereby creates more jobs. So the argument of people like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy is not approved by majority white American voters. So therefore what is happening is there is an increased pressure on President Trump to do away with this program. Well, what will happen in future? As of now, Trump took a position in favor of H1B program. He called it a great program. But the problem remains is, number one, Trump is an unpredictable guy. During his first term, he was not just against H1B visa programs, he has increased restrictions on H1B, resulting in a fourfold rise in the visa denials, as I told you, from 6% in 2016 to 24%. Then second, well, his core electoral constituencies, white supremacist population, he cannot do away with his basic electoral constituency. Despite his new friends like Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy continue to pressurize him on the question. But Trump is a politician. He cannot afford to lose his support base. So that is the second problem. Third problem is the people like Elon Musk started yielding to the white racist lobby. Recently, Elon Musk said, earlier he said, I am ready to go to the extent of war to defend H1B program. Now he says H1B program is broken, it is misused. So he has even suggested two things. One, increase the salary threshold for a company, for an employee to be eligible for H1B visa. What will happen with this? This will remove the incentive to take H1B visa holders. Because the basic incentive is that they are coming at a cheaper cost. The moment you create a salary threshold, higher salary threshold, that fiscal incentive to hire H1B visa holders simply disappears. Then secondly, Elon Musk is suggesting higher fees for H1B visas. Well, this makes H1B visas costlier. Companies may not be ready to bring people more and more on H1B visa, rather they may recruit the local people. Nobody knows what will happen. So these are the three reasons why H1B visa issue still remains an unsettled question. Because in a political democracy, public policy is not shaped by rationality alone. Public policy is not shaped by logic alone. Public policy is often shaped by populism, electoral considerations, political expediency. And that too, a highly unpredictable guy like Trump can shift stance with a remarkable alacrity too. Let's hope what will happen. But with H1B visa program is critical for American companies to maintain their competitiveness, to maintain their profit margins in a highly competitive business environment. That is the only factor that may protect and preserve the H1-B visa program.